Hello everyone. Hi. Hope you guys can see me and hear me. I'm just waiting on my YouTube app, the video to get started. So what the issue is, should be live by now. Okay, I can see myself. Good evening, guys. Good evening, everyone. If you can just check the chat feature, I am online on YouTube via chat. You can use that to communicate with me, ask me anything, any issues, any doubts that you face during the entire class, or any problems that you face. I'll be happy to answer them. I'll keep this chat live on my phone throughout the class. Just waiting for maybe a couple of more guys to join in. When you join in the class, I request you to please type a hi or a okay or something like that, so that I know that you are on board. And then we can take it forward from there. Hi Nan, good to see you here. So let's try and begin. So first of all, what's the agenda or what's the topic for this particular class? This is a part of algebra. To be really honest, it's kind of the foundation stone for algebra. It is where your algebra preparation is supposed to start, which is the idea of simple equations and word problems. So basically, we'll start off with very simple ideas of, how to solve a couple of linear equations, and we will take it forward from there. So for those of you who are joining us, maybe perhaps for the first time on this channel, my name is Ravi Handa. I've done my studies from IIT Kharagpur. For the last 15 odd years or so, I have been teaching at the leading CAT coaching institutes like IMS, Time, Career Launcher, all of them. Then I started my own website, which was called handagafunda.com. And via that, I've taught 20,000 plus students online via my online courses purely for CAT and CAT preparation. Very recently, the website was acquired by Unacademy. And from now onwards, I'll be taking classes, all my classes exclusively on Unacademy. Now, when I talk about Unacademy and taking classes over here, I'm actually conducting a large chunk of my free classes on YouTube, which is via this particular channel. Over and above that, on YouTube, I'm also conducting a lot of special classes on the Unacademy app, and I'm also teaching some plus courses on the Unacademy app. Now, in case you're wondering which topic is going to be, covered today or tomorrow and stuff like that, I would strongly recommend that you have a look at our Telegram channel, Telegram group, which is CAT Prep Online. Once you join that group, you will be able to know what all we are going to cover, which topics are going to get covered in that. So that's why I strongly recommend that you try that out. Begin with, let us start off with two very, very simple, basic, fundamental ideas or building blocks of algebra. Can you try your hand at these two questions? Please try your hand at these two questions and tell me what are the values that you get for this. I have it live on my phone via the YouTube app, and I keep on checking that. Just to know and understand if any of you is giving any answers. Welcome, guys. I can see some of the learners are there. There is none. If you are there in class, please say a hi or a okay or something like that, so that I know that you are on board. How will you actually solve this question? What's the concept? What's the idea that you are going to use for this? We are given a couple of equations. Let me write down those equations. We have dx plus 4y is equal to 11, and I have 4x plus 3y equal to 10. Now the concept or the idea that I'm going to use for solving this particular question is fairly simple and straightforward. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to eliminate one of the variables. I'll try to eliminate maybe the x variable, maybe the y variable, and take it forward from there. So suppose, randomly speaking, suppose I try to eliminate the y variable in this. How do I do that? To eliminate the y variable, what I need to do is, let's say this equation and this equation, I need to make the coefficient of y as the same in both of them. Once I make the coefficient of y the same in both of them, what will happen is I'll subtract one from the other, and that will lead me to the answer. So to make the coefficient same, I multiply the first equation with 3, and I multiply the second equation with 4, and then I subtract it. What will I get? If I subtract it, 3 into 3x is 9x, 4 into 4x is 16x. So 9x minus 16x comes out as minus 7x. 4 into 3y is 12y. 3 into 4y is 12y. 4 into 3y is also 12y. So this will get cancelled. And then I will have 3 into 11 is 33. And minus 4 into 10 will be minus 40. 33 into minus 40 will give me the value as 7. Gives me the value of x as 1. Once I put x as 1 here, this is 3 into 1, 3 plus 4y is 11. So 4y is 11 minus 3 or 8, or I get the value of y as 2. So that's effectively the values for x and y that I will get from the first equation. Can you guys now try and solve part B? Can you guys now try and solve part B and tell me what answer do you get there? Any answers, any suggestions for part B? How do I calculate that? How do I find that out? Shreya says it's going to be 5 and 2. Let's check if Shreya is correct or not. So I have 3x minus 2y as 11, and I have 2x minus 3y as 4. Now, my goal is to eliminate one of these values. Suppose I try and eliminate x this time. So I'll multiply the second equation with 3. I'll multiply the first equation with 2, because 2 into 3x is 6x. And I subtract the second one, which is 3 into 2x. So 6x and 6x will get cancelled. What will I be left with? 2 into minus 2y, so that is minus 4y. Minus 3 into minus 3y, that is plus 9y. Minus 4y plus 9y gives me the value as 5y. And that is equal to 2 into 11, 22. Minus 3 into 4 is 12. 22 minus 12 is 10. Or I get the value of y as 2. Once I get the value of y as 2, the question becomes fairly simple. 3x minus 2y is 11. So 3x minus 2y is minus 4 is 11. So 3x is 15. Or I get the value of x as 5, as what Shreya had pointed out. So this is the simplest of the ideas when you have two equations. And you can just solve them out. But I have a question for you. If I give you two equations, two linear equations and two variables, will you always be able to solve it out? Or are there some conditions? Will you always be able to solve it out, or are there some conditions? Now, to understand that idea, let me try and plot the graph. Suppose we define the axis. This is my x-axis. This is my y-axis. Draw a couple more of them. X-axis and y-axis again. Another one, which is x-axis and y-axis again. Now I have a line. Any equation in x and y, if it is linear, why is it called linear? It is called linear because it is in x and y and it will end up representing a line. So suppose this red line is my line 1. I'll make the same line again. And I'll once more make the same line. Now, to get a solution, to get an answer, like we got y equal to 2 and x equal to 5, we got 1 point on the line. What was that point? That point was which satisfied the first line as well as the second line. Here we got x equal to 1 and y equal to 2. What that means is, once again, I got a particular point which satisfied the first line as well as the second line. So my goal is, when I have two lines, which means I have two equations, to find that one particular point at which both are satisfied. And to do that, I can actually look at another line. Suppose this is my line 2. Now please note that line 1 and line 2 are intersecting here. So this is my one particular point that I was looking for, and this point of intersection becomes my solution. What happened to my notes? Okay, where were we? Yeah, sorry. So this becomes my second line. This is L2, and this becomes my point of intersection. Now, it's not necessary that I'll always have this point of intersection. It is possible that this will be my line L2, which does not intersect with my line L1. Seems to be some issue in this. Will intersect with my line L1. This does not intersect with my line N1 when the lines are parallel to each other. And then there can be a third case where whatever is my line L1, that is exactly the same as my line L2. That is exactly the same as my line L2. So if you have got the same line over and over again, so that is a problem, because in this case, in the first case, you have got one solution. In the second case, you have got parallel lines, so you have got 0 solutions. And in the third case, you have one line over the other line, so you have got infinite solutions, because any value which satisfies L1 will automatically satisfy L2. Any value which will satisfy L1 will automatically satisfy L2. That's why you will get infinite solutions in this particular case. Now, pictorially speaking, graphically speaking, I can actually make this out. But if I give the equations to you, can you tell me what will be the conditions for that? Let's see if you can. So these are the equations that I give to you. A1x plus b1y plus c1. So this is a1x plus b1y plus c1, and a2x plus b2y plus c2. Both of them are equal to 0. So these are my two lines. Can you tell me what is the condition for it to have infinite solutions? Like this case, what is the condition for it to have no solutions, which was my middle case? And what is the condition for it to have unique solutions, like my first case here? Can you tell me what the conditions are in terms of A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2? What will be the conditions? Ramakrishnan says that they have to be equal to each other. A1 equal to E2, B1 equal to B2, C1 equal to C2. That's kind of correct, but that's not the entire condition, Ramakrishna. That's not the entire condition. You'll need to give me more than that. Yes, Shreya has given me the right thing. See, if I actually say, for example, if I look at this, suppose I have x plus y equal to 3. And then I have dx plus dy equal to 9. So what happens in this case? When I have x plus y equal to 3 and 3x plus 3y equal to 9, they are actually representing the same line because I can take 3 common out and cancel it out. But are their coefficients same? No, coefficient of x in this case is 1. Coefficient of x in this case is 3. Constant term is 3 here, constant term is 9 here. So what Ramakrishnan you are saying, that is valid, but that does not cover all my cases. To cover all my cases, I'll have to do what Shreya is saying for condition number 1. Condition number 1, what needs to happen is the ratio of the coefficients, that is A1 by A2, should be equal to the ratio of the coefficients B1 by B2, and that should be equal to the ratio of the constant terms that I have, which is C1 by C2. Just C1 by C2. So that's the correct condition that is given to us. Now, can you tell me what about the second condition? What about the second condition? Shreya is right once again. Now I want the lines to be parallel to each other. So if the lines are parallel to each other, what it means is, suppose I have x plus y equal to 3, I plot that out. And if I have x plus y equal to 4 and I plot that out. So the points for x plus y equal to 3 will be something like this. This point will be 3, 0 and this point will be 0, 3. Very similarly, if I try and plot the second line, which is x plus y equal to 4, it will be a line which will be parallel to this. It will be a line which will be parallel to this, which will cut the axis at 0, 4 and at 4, 0. What needs to fundamentally happen is the slopes have to be equal, which means A1 by A2 should be equal to B1 by B2. The slopes of the lines are equal. They are fundamentally representing the same values, but where they cut at the axis, or whatever is the constant term, that should not be in the same ratio. We'll cancel that out and we'll be left with C1 by C2, as Shreya had said. What about the third condition for this to intersect? What about the third condition for this to intersect? For the third condition to intersect, their slopes should not be equal, or the coefficient ratios should not be equal. So A1 by A2 should not be equal to B1 by B2. A1 by A2 should not be equal to B1 by B2. C1 by C2 doesn't matter. As soon as you have just this, as soon as you have different slopes, whatever is the ratio of C1 by C2 doesn't really matter. I'll get some value or the other. So Ramakrishnan, the C1 by C2 part is not required here. Let's try and solve another very simple question on this. So let me tell you guys, in the later half of the class, in the second part of the class, what I'll try to do is discuss some CAT level questions. But primarily my main goal with this class is to form some sort of a base for you guys. What do you think is the answer for this one? Shreya, Ramakrishnan, if you can tell me the answer for this one. Any values, any suggestions, any answers? Shreya says this will be E. Let's check if she is right or not. We are given the following conditions. Which of the following is necessarily true to have a unique solution? Now, to have a unique solution, our condition was coefficients of x, which is a and 4, should not be equal to coefficient of y, which are 3 and 5. This gives me the fundamental idea that a, whatever it is, as long as this is not the same as 12 by 5, they will always have different slopes and they will always intersect. That makes option E as the answer. Fair enough, Shreya? Simple concept. Now what are you going to do? Now what I've done is I've made the equation slightly more complex. I've added irrational numbers into the game. I've added irrational numbers into the game. Shubham, when did you send that email? Shubham, when did you send that email? I checked my email around 15 minutes ago, man, just before starting this class, and answered all of them. Boss, you need to wait. Fine. Okay. Within 24 hours, I'll reply to. So, as a rule, I try to reply to all my emails within 24 hours. What do you think is the answer for this one? And Shubham, if you are the first person to answer this, I'll reply to your email before going to sleep tonight. Can you now quickly tell me what's the answer for this one? What's the value that you are going to get here for x and y? The problem is that now you have irrational numbers involved. Problem is that now you have irrational numbers involved. Oh, okay. So I'll ask the question to Shreya then. Shreya and Ramakrishnan. Can you tell me what will be the answer here? Shreya and Ramakrishnan, can you tell me what will be the answer here? Y is root 3. Let's check. So the concept for solving this question is that instead of solving this irrationally and rationally, you better take the irrational numbers as a variable. What you do is you take root 2x as a, you take root 3y as b. So your equation, at least the first one, becomes a minus b equal to 1. A minus b equal to 1. And once you get that, you have what is root 8x? Root 8x is 2 root 2x. What is 27 by 3 root 3y? Now in this, I'm saying root 2x is a. So if root 2x is a, then the second equation is 2a. 3 root 3y plus, so this becomes plus 3b, which is equal to 17. Now if 2a plus 3b is 17 and a minus b is 1, this gives me 2a minus 2b equal to 2. Then I subtract the second equation from the first one. 2a cancels. I'm left with 5b equal to 15, or I get the value of b as 3. And if I get the value of 3, a minus b was 1. That means a is b plus 1. So a is 4. So now I have root 2x as 4. X comes out as 2 root 2. That's the value for x that we were looking for. Similarly, root 3y is we come out as 3. B has come out as 3. So y comes out root 3, and that will be the value here. Hope you guys are okay with this one. We will now move on to the next question. Now I have made it even slightly more complicated. You don't have an equation in x and y. You have an equation in x minus 2, y plus 2, x plus 2, and all of that. What are you going to do in this case? How are you going to solve this one? What are the values that you're going to get here? How are you going to solve this one? Let me know via chat. Simple, straightforward question. Simple, straightforward question. How will you actually find out this value? Can you tell me any ideas, any suggestions? How actually are you going to go ahead with this? 4 and 5. Let's check if Shreya is right or not. Now the idea is I cannot solve the equations in the current format. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert it to something that I understand a little bit better. So this becomes 5x minus 10 plus 3y plus 6 is actually equal to 31, which gives me the equation as 5x plus 3y, and the constant part becomes 31 plus 10, 41, 41 minus 6 as 35. That's one part. What about the other one? The other one becomes 4x plus 2 into 4, so 4x plus 8 minus 2y, minus 2 into 2 minus 2 is plus 4, which is 18. So I get the value as 4x minus 2y is actually equal to 12 minus 8 minus 4, or sorry, 18 minus 8 minus 4, 18 minus 12, or 6, or this comes out as 2x minus y is actually equal to 3. Now once I have that, I have 5x plus 3y here. I can multiply this equation with 3. So what will I get? I will get 6x minus 3y equal to 9. And then I will add the two equations. Once I add the two equations, I will get 11x equal to 44, or I will get the value of x as 4. Once I get the value of x as 4, I can put it here. This is 8 minus y equal to 3. Y is 8 minus 3, or I get the value of y as 5. As Shreya had pointed out, you get 4 and 5. Simple, straightforward questions which tell you how to solve. So I'm picking up a variety of them equations. The actual questions that you will get on linear algebra, you will not be given these equations. What will happen is you will be given some sort of a word problem, and then you will need to convert it to an equation and then solve it. So I am just taking various types. I will then move on to the other part where we have equations. This should be 3x plus 4y. Please try and solve this. What values do you get here? What answers do you get here? Now what has happened is you have shifted this x and y in the denominator. Now what has happened is you have shifted this x and y in the denominator, and now you need to solve this. How do you do that? What can you do? How do you calculate this? How do you get to an answer in this case? Minus 17 and 14. Shubham, I'm going to ignore your answers for obvious reasons. I would rather wait for Shubham or Shreya or Ramashankar to answer this. Also, I might be the only guy who tells a viewer to, leave the class. Shubham, you're wasting your time, man. You're wasting your time. Go and study for something better. There's no point attending the same class twice. Yes, Ramakrishnan is absolutely right. I will take the denominators as variables. So 1 by x plus 2y, let me take that as a, and 1 by 3x plus 4y, let me take that as B. If I do that, what is my equation? So my equations will be, my first equation will be 15A minus 11B is equal to 2. My second equation will be 5A, sorry, not 5A, but 5 by 2. So 2.5A plus 22B equal to 2.5, equal to 2.5. Now, I multiply this with 6. So I will get 15A plus 132B equal to 15. And then I will subtract this, or let me subtract the first equation from the third one that I have. So 15A will cancel. 132B minus of minus 11B is 140B. 15 minus 12 is 13. So I get the value of B as 1 by 11. Once I got the value of B as 1 by 11, finding out A shouldn't be difficult. So 15A minus 11B, so that is minus 1 equal to 2. So 15A equal to 3, or I get the value of A as 1 by 5, 3 by 15. So I got B as 1 by 11. And I got A as 1 by 5. Once I have these values, now I can actually try to attempt and find out the values of X and Y. The A is 1 by X plus 2Y. So I can replace A by 1 by 5 and B by 1 by 11. So I have X plus 2Y is equal to 5. And then I have 3X plus 4Y is equal to 11. Once I have those values, I multiply this with 3. So I will have 3X plus 6Y equal to 15. 3X plus 6Y equal to 15. Then I'll subtract. So 3x will cancel. 4y minus 6y is minus 2y. And 11 minus 15 is minus 4. Or I get the value of y as minus 2. Sorry. I get the value of y as plus 2. Once I get the value of y as plus 2, I put that in the equation. So x plus 2y or x plus 4 equal to 5, or I get the value of x as 1. So I get x as 1 and y as 2. So it looks like, Shubham, even I made some calculation mistake in the morning. Or did I make a mistake now? Did I make some mistake now? 3x plus 4y is 11. So 1 and 2 seems to fit. Anyways, the key concept in this question that I wanted to tell you, wanted to teach you, was what Ramakrishnan said, that you need to take the denominator as the variable. That was the main concept or the key concept that I wanted to teach in this class. Hi Ashutosh, welcome. Then for those of you who do not know, this is essentially, I am part of Unacademy now. Unacademy has two types of courses, the plus courses and the iconic courses. In the plus courses, you get live classes just like this one, but you also get a structured course. For example, if you might have seen till now, we have taken classes on log, we have taken classes on binary logic, we have taken classes on quadratic equations, and now I'm taking a class which is kind of the fundamental of algebra, which should be done first. So this order in which the classes should be done or the courses should be done effectively that's what's required for preparation. And if that is what is required for preparation, I would very strongly recommend that you have a look at these structured courses. In the iconic courses, what you get is whatever is there in the plus course. Along with that, you get personalized guidance, one-on-one mentorship. As far as the price points are concerned, you can use a coupon code HANDA, which will give you a 10% discount on the courses, So actually, the course is for 17,500. Which post discount comes to 15,750. That is if you use the coupon code HANDA. And again, the prices are bound to be raised tonight. So today is the last day for these prices. In case you're not too sure of whether to subscribe or not to subscribe, whether it's going to be useful or not, I would recommend that you have a look at the 1 month subscription plan. And via that 1 month subscription plan, it's going to be really, you can try it out and you'll see how effective it is, how it works for you or not. And even in that 1 month subscription plan, you can actually use the coupon code HANDA. Shubham, I'll definitely reply to your email. And now let's get to the type of questions, not the level, but the type of questions which get asked in the CAT exam. Simple, straightforward question. What do you guys think is the answer for this one? Simple, straightforward question. This is the type. You will be given some theory and then you will be asked a question which is based on it. What do you think is the answer for this one? Ramakrishnan says it is 14 and Ramakrishnan is right. Simple, straightforward question. So let's check. Manoj is 46 years old. He's 4 years older than thrice his son's age. So the equation will be 46. Son's age, suppose that is x. Thrice of that plus 4 is what Manoj's age is. So 3x is 42 and x is 14. Simple, straightforward idea. My goal is that you should be able to convert whatever is given to you in theory, whatever is given to you in word as a problem, you convert it to an equation. You'll not get this in CAT. Another question, similar idea, just convert it to an equation. We'll get to the CAT level questions shortly. Convert this into an equation. Tell me what your answer is. Welcome, Namrata. Hi, Prinsu. What do you guys think is the answer for this one? Good to see you guys here. What do you think is the answer for this one? Again, form an equation. You need to find the ages of all of them. So if you can figure it out, how exactly these ages are being calculated, assume some variables. A's age is 1/3 of B. So instead of assuming, B's age as X and A's age as X by 3, it's always a good idea to take as little fractions as possible, to take B's age as 3x, because if you take B's age as 3x, A's age becomes X, and C's age is 5 years elder than B. So C's age will be 3x plus 5, and the grand total of that, of all of them, is given to me as 40. So X plus 3x plus 3x plus 5, that is 7x plus 5 is equal to 40. So I have 7x as 35 and I get the value of x as 5, and that will be answer, and that is the value that we are looking for. So if x comes out as 5, what are the ages? A is x, 5, B is 3x, so 15, C is 5 years elder to B, so C is 20, 5, 15 and 20 is my answer. Fair enough. In case you are planning to register for any of the courses, please remember to use the coupon code HANDA on Unacademy. My batch, my first class actually happened today from 4:30 to 6, in which I am discussing, how to strategize for CAT preparation. Just before this class, I was taking that. So this is a weekday batch. I don't know why they call it Supreme, where they because you see they have names like this, Master and Supreme and Practice and all of that. I have got no say in naming that, but yes, I do know. So Ronak is someone who I've worked with in, I believe, 2008 or 9. Both of us. So again, 12, 13 years ago, both of us used to teach at IMS Pune. We were there for a brief while. Ashish will also be helping me with Quant and LR and DI. Oh, so three of us will be handling Quant, LR and DI. Harpreet ma'am will be helping us with the verbal part. So in case you're planning to join, please do that. There is a weekly scholarship test which is conducted by Unacademy every Sunday. Every Sunday. So if you perform well in it, you don't really need to pay for any of the courses. In case you download the app, so when you download the app, use the referral code Handa. If it so that will help you unlock this. That will help you unlock this course. And now, finally, we are at a CAT level question. So finally, we are at a CAT level question. What do you think is the answer for this one? Once again, form the equation. If you are able to form the equation, then your job will be done. The idea is forming the equation which will lead you to the answer. Till now, whatever we discussed was building up to this, so that you can now answer CAT level questions. Namrata, no need. You have, see, Namrata, the fundamental difference between the Handa Ka Funda course and these courses at Unacademy is, on Handa Ka Funda, I've already made all the videos and you can study from there. We just have doubt classes, as you know. So your course, all the videos, all the doubt classes, all the mocks which were there at Handa Ka Funda will continue to exist as it is. This is additional live classes since Unacademy does not have that, recorded video feature. That is why I'll be covering all the course in these live classes. So no need for that. And another thing which I like to tell you, say, for example, if I'm taking, 100 classes, out of those 100 classes, 50 classes I'll anyways be conducting for free on YouTube. Then another 25 classes I will be conducting for free on the Unacademy app. So when you download the app and if you use Handa coupon code, you will be able to access my 25 free classes on Unacademy, and then only 25 of those classes will be the plus or the paid ones. So if you already have the content, there is no need to join Unacademy. And to be honest, it's not just for Handa Ka Funda. If you already have coaching from, let's say, IMS or Time or Career Launcher, any of the leading coaching institutes, there is no point going from one coaching institute to another. All of us teach the same thing. We have equally good teachers at IMS also, at Time also. So everything remains the same. There is no point in joining an additional coaching. For those of you who do not have any coaching, to them, I would, yes, obviously recommend Unacademy. Shreya says that the answer is option D or 3. Anyone agrees or disagrees with Shreya? Anyone agrees or disagrees with Shreya? Let's check if Shreya is right or not. Each family in a locality has at most 2 adults and no family has fewer than 3 children. So the number of adults per family is less than or equal to 2. The number of children per family is greater than or equal to 3. Then, considering all the families together, there are more adults than boys. Whatever is the number of adults is more than the number of boys. Whatever is the number of boys is more than the number of girls. There are more boys than girls and more girls than families. So the number of families is the least. The minimum possible number of families is how much? So that's what I need to find out. What is the minimum possible number of families? So I'll start with the lowest option. Is 2 possible as the number of families? Is 2 possible as the number of families? Let's check. So if the number of families is a minimum of 2, so in this case, What is the minimum number of girls? 3. What is the minimum number of boys? 4. What is the minimum number of adults? 5. So let's check if we can make that 2 families. So family number 1 will require 2 adults. Family number 1 will require 2 adults, and family number 1 will require 3 children. So let me make all 3 of them girls. I have 3 girls. Family 1 has 3 girls. Then family number 2, that also needs a minimum of 2 adults, maximum of 2 adults. So let me allocate those 2 adults here. That also needs a minimum of 3 children. So let me make that 3 boys. Now, I've taken care of 2 families. This fits. I've taken care of 3 girls. That fits. I have 4 boys. Well, it said that the number of children is a minimum of 3. So I will make the second family has 4 boys. Nothing wrong with that. I can do that. And then I will make the adults as 5. Now that is a problem. Family 1 can have a maximum of 2 adults. I've already done that. Family 2 can have a maximum of 2 adults. I've already done that. What do I do with the 5th adult? I cannot accommodate the 5th adult, which means this assumption or this set of values that I have is invalid. So that means 2 will not work. 2 is not my answer. Let me try the next case then. In the next case, once again, I will apply the same idea. Number of adults is more than the number of boys, is more than the number of girls, and is more than the number of families. Now I will see if there are 3 families. So minimum 4 girls, minimum number of boys is 5, and minimum number of adults is 6. Can I accommodate that? Family 1, I can have a maximum of 2 adults. And then I have 3 children. And family 2, once again, I have 2 adults. And then I have 3 children. And family 3, once again, I have 2 adults. And I have 3 children. Now, so in children, so for the first family, all 3 are girls. For the second family, all 3 are boys. Now, I have 2 boys left. Out of 5, 3 boys are taken. So I will put the 2 boys here. 1 girl left. So I'll put that 1 girl here. All 6 adults are taken care of. So this as an arrangement, is valid. If this as an arrangement is valid, then the number of families, minimum 3, is valid, making option D as my answer. Hope you guys are okay with this. If you guys are okay, then I'll tell you a shorter method to solve this. Just write hi, okay, yes, something in the chat window so that I know that you guys are okay with this. Prinsu is fine. See guys, if I had to solve, so this is big. I did it this way because I had to explain this question to you. If I was doing this in the exam, what I'm going to do is families are 2, adults are 5. In 2 families, I cannot accommodate 5 adults. So I will not make this diagram. I'll just say this is not valid. Families are 3, adults are 6. I can accommodate that. Number of children is 9. 3 into 3 is 9. So I can accommodate that. And this is my answer. I will not make this chart. I will not make this diagram. I did all of that just to explain it to you how this works. Let's try the next question now. What do you guys think will be the answer for this one? How are you actually going to calculate this? In a family, mother's age is equal to the sum of the ages of son and a daughter. The average age of all four members is equal to the average age of son and the mother, while the average age of father and son's age is 33, then find the age of the son. So I'm not sure if this was asked in CAT, but this is indeed a question from maybe one of the other management entrance tests. Here is a tip. If you want to actually solve this, take the father's age as father, F, mother, son, and daughter. Form the equation in this, and I'm sure it will lead you to the answer. Form the equation in this, and I'm sure it will lead you to the answer. Tell me. And I'll help you with some of the equation. Age of all four members in the family. Age of average of all four members in the family. So that is F plus M plus father plus mother plus son plus daughter. Average divided by 4 is actually equal to the average of son and mother. So mother plus son divided by 2. So that is the first equation that is given to you. Welcome, Anand. Everyone is new here. I've started taking these classes on at least on my YouTube channel, maybe just a few weeks back. Welcome. Shreya says that the answer is 22. Let's check that. So let me simplify this equation. First of all, this 2 and this 4 will get cancelled and it is 2. My equation will be father plus mother plus son plus daughter is equal to twice the value of mother plus twice the value of son. So this gives me the equation father plus daughter is actually equal to mother plus son. That's the value, that's the idea that I'm going to get. Good evening, Siddharth. Good to see you here. That's the first equation. That's the first equation. Oh no, I think I missed the first one. This is the second equation. First equation is mother's age is equal to sum of the ages of son and a daughter. So another equation is mother's age M is actually equal to son plus daughter. Son plus daughter. So mother is son plus daughter. That is the second equation. Let me put that in here. Let me put that equation in here. So what will I have? Father plus daughter. Now mother is son plus daughter. And then I have son again. Daughter cancels. So I effectively have father is twice of son. I effectively have father is twice of son. Then the average age of the father and son is 33. Average age of father and son is 33, which means father plus son divided by 2 is 33, which means twice of son, because that is father, plus son divided by 2 is 33. So 3s is 66, or I get the value for the age of son as 22. I get the value for the age of son as 22. Hope you guys are okay with this. Son coming out as 22. Taranjot Singh joined us a little bit late, but yes, that is indeed the correct answer. So for those of you who joined us late, perhaps you can watch the recording a little bit later. What we did in the first half of the class is we discussed some very, very basic ideas on how to form linear equations and how to solve them. What we are now doing is we are doing some CAT level and exam level questions. What we are now doing is CAT level and exam level questions. Please try this one out. Yes, we can do that, Shreya. Absolutely. Please try this one out. What do you guys think is the answer for this one? How will you calculate this? How will you take this forward? That's where Anand, I probably have a little bit of an advantage. Let me give you a tip for this particular question. See, whenever you have questions like 10 years ago, then 5 years this happened, then 3 years that happened, always, always take something as your base year and then calculate. So let's say I'll take my base year as 2000. What is happening in the year 2000? 10 years ago, ages of the members of a joint family of 8 people added up to be 3 years. So in the year 2000, 8 people, the sum of the ages of 8 people was 231. So that's where you start from. Then what happened? 3 years later, one member died at the age of 60. So in 2003, one member died. So one member died, that means number of members reduced by 1, and the person who died was of 60 years. So age total reduced by 60. But another point to note is that all of these 8 people in 3 years would have grown by 3 years. So my total age would have grown by 24 in this period. My total age would have grown by 24 in this period. So in 2003, at the time of death, what will be the total age? In 2003, at the time of death, there will be 7 people because one person is dead. My total age will be 231 minus 60 plus 24. So that is 231 plus 24 is 255 minus 60. This is 195. Then what happens? Same year, a kid gets born. The number of people becomes 8. Total age, the new kid who is born, he is 0 years of age. So he 8 in 2003. In 2003, after the birth and the death, you have 8 people with the total age as 195. You have 8 people as the total age as 195. Now you proceed. So now I've gotten from 2000 to the year 2003, where the total age has now become 195. Yes, Namrata is right. Prinsu says that the answer is closest to 24. Okay. So Prinsu is saying that the answer here is 24. Let's see if Prinsu is right or not. Let's go ahead. What is happening after this? 3 years later, one member died at the age of 60, same year. Then, this is till 2003. After another 3 years, so now I'm talking 2006. One more member died, 60. So in 2006, first of all, if nothing happened, then these 8 people would have once again grown by 24, or my total age would have been 219. But that is not the case. One person died, so you reduce 60. One person is added, so you add, the new kid born is 0. So at the end of 2006, what is the total number of people? 8 people were there in the beginning. One guy died, one guy got added. So that is 7 people are there. 8 people are there. And the total age 219 minus 60, that is 159 is my total age. Then the current average age. So we started from 2000, which was 10 years ago. So current average age. So we are talking about 2010. Number of people, they will remain 8 only. No one has died, no one is born. But in this 4-year period, all 8 of them would have become 4 years elder. So 32 years will get added. So my total age will now be 191. And if my total age is 191, my average age is 191 by 8. If it was 200 by 8, it would have been 25. 192 by 8 would have been 24. And this is indeed very, very close to 24. So what Prinsu had said that the answer will be 24 years, Prinsu was absolutely right. The answer is indeed 24 years. Namrata, Anand, hope you guys are okay with this one. Hope you guys are okay with this one. Let's check another question now. This is a question from CAT 2006. This is a question from CAT 2006. Let me know what you think is the answer for this. That's good to hear, Namrata. Now please try and solve this question. Now please try and solve this question. What do you think will be the value here? Anand, you should. I'm not using any formulas, anything which is complicated here. And Anand, another thing that I'll recommend is if you're planning to join a class, start from the beginning. So say, for example, this class was started at 6:30, because what happens is, and I believe in a live stream also, you can actually go back and start from the beginning. I start with the very, very basic concepts in the beginning. Let me just show you. In today's class, what did we start with? We started with this question. 3x plus 4y is 11 and 4x plus 3y is 10. So if you start from here, then by the time you get to CAT level questions, directly solving CAT level questions is obviously tough. Directly solving CAT level questions is obviously tough. That is why I recommend starting from the beginning. Please try this out. Please write done or tell me what's the answer that you're getting for this one. Please try this out. Please tell me the answer you're getting for this one. Shreya is getting 6. Let's check. When you reverse the digits of the number 13, the number increases by 18. Let's check. So when you reverse 13, it becomes 31. And 31 minus 13 is actually 18. So yes, that is what is happening. How many other two-digit numbers increase by 18? So let's say the number is AB. AB is effectively 10A plus B, a two-digit number. Suppose you have the number 31. So that is 3 into 10 plus 1. So AB is 10A plus B. Reverse of that, BA. So BA will be 10B plus A. And we are given the difference of the two. When you reverse it, it increases by 13. So the difference of the two, that is 9B minus 9A, is actually equal to 18. So B minus A is actually equal to 2. So that is what is given to me. That the second digit should be greater than the first digit by 2. Which happens in 13. In the 20s, it will happen with 24. Then 35. If the first digit is 3, second is 5. If the first digit is 4, then 46. Then 57. Then 68. And finally 79. In 80s, there will be no such number because 8 plus 2 becomes 10. So how many numbers do you have? How many numbers do you have? You have 6 such numbers, making option B as the answer here. 6 numbers apart from 13. Absolutely correct, Prinsu. So I've seen people, who solve this question and then mark 7. And then mark 7. They did all the effort. They found 7 such numbers. They did not read the question carefully. Read the question. How many other two-digit numbers? So other than 13, how many such numbers are there? So other than 13, 6 such numbers are there. And that is why the answer would be 6 here. So once again, a reminder that my batch has just started. In case you are planning to enroll for that, please remember to use the coupon code Funda. Let's try this one. Let's try this one. This is another CAT question, I believe, from the mid-90s. What do you think will be the answer for this one? What do you think will be the answer for this one? Square of two natural numbers, difference is 211. Let's say one of the natural numbers is A, another one of the natural numbers is B. So A square minus B square is actually equal to 211. This is what is given to me. Yes, Prinsu. So Prinsu, I always do the same thing in Hindi in the morning and in the English in the evening. That's the idea. Same things. And it will always happen. That's why if you'll notice, the title of the class is absolutely the same. It's the only differences between Hindi and English. Prinsu says this is 106. Let's check. Say even for tomorrow, I'm not sure what class do I have tomorrow, but whatever it is, 11 o'clock is the Hindi batch which goes on and 6:30 is the evening batch's time. Shreya also says 106. So here we are given A square minus B square is 211. Gives me the value as A plus B into A minus B is equal to 211. Now, how do you factorize 211? You can't, because 211 is effectively a prime number. You cannot factorize this because 211 is a prime number. That means the two numbers that we are talking about that are being multiplied, A plus B is 211 and A minus B is 1. So A plus B is 211, A minus B is 1. Add the two equations, you will get 2A as 212. Which one is the bigger number? A is the bigger number, so I've got the value of A as 106. That is what the question was asking me. Option C becomes my answer here. Option C becomes the answer here. Let's try this one. This is a question from CAT 2017. This is the question from CAT 2017. Ravi Thapa says, you sold your venture. I don't know, maybe some financial reason or else. Ravi, so the fundamental reason, I'll tell you, it's not really about the finances. It's about the technology and how the coaching platforms are essentially evolving. So if you see, even if you see our course, it's primarily based on videos. Why is it primarily based on videos? Because conducting live classes, the kind of technology platform, the kind of technology stack that is required, it's not something that as a teacher individually I can build. I have full confidence in my teaching abilities, but I don't have any confidence in my technical abilities. So for the coaching industry is shifting towards live classes. So that was one reason. The other reason was Unacademy is extremely focused on YouTube. So if you look at 6 months ago, the number of free classes that I have taken in the entire year, in the last 3 years on YouTube, I've taken more than that in just this 1 month. So gives me access to a much larger audience. I'll be able to teach a lot of it for free. I'll be able to teach not the whole course. Obviously, it won't make business sense for Unacademy then, but I'll be able to teach a lot of it for free. Ravi, as far as the price comparison is concerned, so our course, if you look at, was 12,499 plus GST, which comes to roughly 15K. How Unacademy helps with that is, yes, if you take the longer subscription, 1 year once and all of that, yes, that is costlier, no doubt about it. But Unacademy also offers you a 3-month subscription or a 6-month subscription in which you can cover a substantial portion. Shreya, if it was not a prime number, so Shreya is asking about what if it was not a prime number? Then yes, you will have to consider all the cases, all whatever ways you can split it, then calculate the values of A and B, and whichever one is the biggest, that would have been your answer. Daksh, no, I will not be taking verbal ability. I'm trying to get a couple of my friends in who can teach verbal for free on this YouTube channel. Obviously, Unacademy, as a part of the paid course, they have a bunch of great verbal teachers as well. For free on YouTube, I'm trying to convince a couple of friends who can help me with the verbal part for free on YouTube. So let's see. Arun's present age in years is 40% of Barun's age. So let's say Barun's age is 10x. If Barun's age is 10x, then Arun's age is 4x. Please note how I have not taken x because it makes the calculations easier. In another few years, Arun's age will be half of Barun's age. So in another few years, suppose in y years, after y years, Arun's age will become 4x plus y and Barun's age will become 10x plus y, and Arun's age will be 50% of Barun's age, so it will be this by 2, which gives me some relationship between x and y. Let's see that. This is 8x plus 2y is actually equal to 10x plus y. So I get the value of y as 2x. So I've gotten the value of y as 2x. Then by what percentage will Barun's age increase? So y is 2x. That means Barun's age will go from 10x to 10x plus y, or Barun's age will go from 10x to 12x. That means the percentage increase that we were looking for is 20%. That will be my answer here. Are you guys okay with this? I think Prinsu has already calculated this as 20%. Yes, Prinsu, that is indeed the correct answer. That is indeed the correct answer. Let's try another one. So this question is from Zat 2017. This is long, complicated. This is probably the last question that I'm going to discuss today. This is the last question that I'm going to discuss today. Please try this out. Please try this out. Think about it. So this is a little bit on the harder side. You'll need to use a lot of thinking in this one. You'll need to use a lot of thinking in this one. What do you think is the answer for this one? It will require a little bit of effort to calculate. It will require thinking. This is a difficult question. This is a difficult question. And that's why I've kept it for the end. That's why I've kept it for the end. What do you guys think will be the answer for this one? Let me know if you guys want a hint for this. Let me know if you guys want a hint for this. Prinsu has given up already, seeing so much text. See guys, let me give you a hint. So in a true-false quiz, 4 marks are awarded for each correct answer and 1 mark is deducted for each wrong answer. A, B and C answered the same 10 questions and their answers are given below. So these are their answers. Amit and Ben, so A and B both scored 35. How is that possible in 10 questions? In 10 questions, all correct means 40, 9 correct and 1 wrong means 9 into 4 minus 1 or 35. So both of them have 9 correct. Both of them have 9 correct. So let's check which one. So wherever their answers are matching for A and B. So first question, Both of them correct. Second question, same. Third question, maybe Amit is right, maybe Ben is right. I don't know. This question, both of them correct. Fifth question, I don't know who is right, I don't know who is wrong. But fifth question, I'm not sure. One of them is right and one of them is. Then this is common, this is common, this is common, this is common, this is common. So these are the 8 questions which both of them have got correct. Third question, I don't know who is right or wrong. Fifth question, I don't know who is right or wrong. So we will come back to these questions a little bit later. We will come back to these questions a little bit later. Can you tell me out of the other 8, how many has Chitra got right? So first one, second one is right because their answer is common. Fourth question, definitely Chitra got wrong. Fourth one, definitely Chitra got wrong. Fifth, I don't know. Sixth, Chitra is wrong. Seventh, Chitra is wrong. Eighth, Chitra is wrong. Chitra is a bad student. Ninth, Chitra is right. And 10th, again, Chitra is wrong. So Chitra is correct in 1, 2, and 3. Chitra is wrong in 5. So Chitra, out of these 8, 3 correct and 5 wrong. 3 correct and 5 wrong. And this is where, okay, I'll pause here. Now can you tell me what will be the answer? So for 8 questions, I have identified that Chitra is correct in 3 of them and wrong in 5 of them. What about Chitra in the remaining 2 questions? What about Chitra in the third one and the fifth one? What about Chitra in the third one and the fifth one? In one of them, Amit is right, and in one of them, Ben is right. I don't know which one. In one of them, Amit is right, in one of them, Ben is right. So what can you say about Chitra for those 2 questions? If you can tell me what happens to Chitra in those 2 questions, your question is solved. And you'll have an answer. Tell me, what do you think is the answer for this? Hi, Goel. Last question, last part of the last question. Goel, you joined us a little bit late. So can any of you tell me what happens to Chitra in the third and the fifth one? See guys, I know in one of them Amit is right and in one of them Ben is right. Now for Chitra, please note Chitra is marking the same answer as Ben. Chitra is marking the same answer as Ben in both of them. So if Chitra is marking the same answer in both of them, Ben had 1 correct and 1 wrong. So if Ben had 1 correct and 1 wrong, Chitra will also have 1 correct and 1 wrong. We don't know which one. I'm not saying third is right or fifth is wrong or anything like that. But I know that Ben had 1 correct and 1 wrong. So Chitra will also have 1 correct and 1 wrong, which means for total for Chitra will be 4 correct and 6 wrong. And if it is 4 correct, she will get 16 points. If it is 4 correct, she will get 16 points. For the 6 wrong, 6 points will be deducted. And her overall total score is going to be 10, as Shreya mentioned. And your answer will be option A. Goel, I'll cover 50% of the syllabus, because if I cover 100% of the syllabus, who is going to join my courses on Unacademy? I'll cover 50% of the syllabus on the YouTube channel. Hopefully it is the 50% that you need help with. And in case you want to join any of our courses on Unacademy, you can use the coupon code HANDA. That will get you a 10% off. My first batch on Unacademy has started today on 14th of April. I would recommend that you join that. For that, you can use the coupon code HANDA. That gets you a 10% discount. Unacademy also has a very interesting Ask a Doubt feature, where you can click a picture of any of the questions, upload it, and I or someone from our team will answer that doubt within 24 hours. And once again, even if let's say you are downloading the app for free, even then if you use the referral code, not for a subscription, just randomly in the app, it will unlock a lot of features for you. It'll unlock a lot of features for you. So please do that. And finally, in the end, I hope you guys like this video, you learned something from this video. If that is the case, I request you to please like it. I request you to subscribe to our channel, because the more likes and the more subscribers that we get, the more live classes that we will be taking. So if we don't really get a lot of traction, we won't be taking so many live classes. As of now, I'm taking 2 classes every day, morning Hindi, evening English. If you want that to continue, I request you to please like and subscribe to our channel. And that's pretty much it for today. I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Bye everyone. Bye Prinsu. Please do like and subscribe to our channel. Bye Shreya. Bye guys.